Hey folks, it's Nick. It's 11:40 p.m. here in Moncton, New Brunswick, and it's a Thursday night. Tomorrow's Friday, and no, I'm not going to spontaneously burst out into a chorus of Friday, Friday. It's not worth it. I'm going to have a blog TV again tomorrow night, and it's going to be from probably 10 p.m. or even 11 p.m. Up till 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't know yet. I do know that the next morning I'm planning on getting up early enough to get some things done. So I don't know what the length is, but expect me... Oh, frag it. I'm going to start at 10. That will make it simple. I'll have it starting at 10 and possibly up until 1 or 2 in the morning. My time, Atlantic Standard Time. For those that are Eastern shifted, that would be from 9 to 1, and you're all invited to come in. I'm sorry about the cotton ball in the ear. You've seen some of my recent responses for certain individuals today with this little baby in my ear. It's because I worked at the April Lavigne concert that came to Moncton as part of the St. John Ambulance Brigade, and for some odd reason, my ear, this one chronically plugs up. This one was fine. I put earplugs in to save my hearing from the high decibel levels that all concert venues like to push. And lo and behold, I took them out after the first 30 minutes, and I couldn't hear I wouldn't say a single thing. I would be hearing like I was actually hearing through 5 layers of socks around my ears. Why 5 layers of socks? Hopefully because it's making you laugh. But suffice it to say, since I work in the call center industry as a customer service agent, today was hell. Because I don't like putting my volume up because it damages hearing on long term, especially if you spend an 8-hour workday, 40 hours a week listening to people. It becomes onerous on the hearing and somewhat dangerous. Especially if you plan on being able to hear when you go into your golden age. So I had to go to the walk-in clinic to see exactly why this ear was completely plugged up and why this one was forcing to plug up. Of course, it's all wax buildup. And lo and behold, we managed to water syringe this one clean. This one we can't budge. So right now I'm putting in olive oil drops. I've been told by the doctor who saw me at the clinic that I should be using 1 to 2 drops a day for 5 days straight, and it should clear it up. I don't know. For all I know, I might end up being able to actually create olive oil seasoning to pour on some poor schmo's salad during a particular part of my life. I don't know. Hopefully it will assist the liquefaction of the wax, make it more easily free-flowing so it can actually empty out. Wake up probably the next morning with a big mound of wax on my pillow. That would be gross beyond means. But anyway, suffice it to say that Shrek was right. You can make candles out of your earwax. Because I had enough wax in this ear, more than I actually believed I had, that was actually cleaned out with a water syringe. Trust me, it's the most uncomfortable feeling. I don't know what's worse, the scapula. I forget if that's what they can actually call it. It's a small device that has a very, very finite loop that fits inside the ear canal, and you have to hope and pray that your doctor's got very steady hands and a sure eyesight, because if he misses something, if he goes too far, it can hurt the ear canal. It's an uncomfortable feeling at best. It's not totally alien, but it feels weird, especially when they're wiggling it around with the wax and they're just trying to dig it out without shoving it in your brain and bringing out your brain pieces. I'm imagining that was probably the device they used for mummification in years gone past. That's one of the ways. Another way is actually a suction tube that the ear, nose, and throat specialist actually uses, which is a scary thing because it feels like you got a vacuum cleaner up your ear canal. Of course, it's more like a wind tunnel by the sound of it, because it's a steady, but it's the negative air pressure that you get in your ear that freaks me out the most, because it actually hurts the eardrum. Well, actually, not the eardrum. The actual, the eardrum. It hurts because your eardrum, instead of being pushed in, is being pushed out, or sucked out. That also could be a tool for mummification in years gone past, if they had the technology for it. And then a third method is water syringe, which is basically a syringe, plastic syringe, with no nozzle on the top. It's left open, or it's at an angle so that it can just go into your canal, and they shoot it in. Hopefully your specialist or doctor, whoever's treating you, is going to be using warm water. At the very least, warm water. I've had it done twice in my lifetime. This is the second time in my lifetime. First time that I had it done, I was in Mexico. Both of my ears were plugged. I was talking like a deaf person because I couldn't hear a single word I was saying. It sounded like I had layers of pillowcases over my head, muffling me. So I just looked at my ex-in-law at the time and I said, get me a specialist. You have contacts at your hospital. I need to get my ears unplugged because I can't hear. After 10 syringes in one and 20 syringes in the other, with cold water, trust me, it was the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. It managed to get both of them unplugged with a huge amount of wax. And I do mean huge. Anyways, hopefully this is not going to be the case, and I may have to go get a water syringe because I will not be able to survive 5 days of not being able to hear my customers in my left ear. It makes me feel half of myself. 50% of a customer is 50% of the conversation missed for me. So anyways, enough said. See you tomorrow. Have a nice one.